What's up, guys? Welcome to a new series of videos here on YouTube rather than Twitch. I know this is weird for me. I normally stream all these on Twitch, but I'm taking a break from Twitch. Not a break, I'm just away. Okay, but I'll be away from Twitch for a few weeks. So I'm gonna upload a bunch of these videos to YouTube. And hey, that way you can have something to watch on all those days off. On Twitch, we have been playing the Battle Spot Special Ladder. If you don't know what Battle Spot is, it's the online way to battle on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, right? And every couple of months, one of the formats changes. It has the static singles and doubles and VGC formats, but there's always one rotational slot. And this month, I'm really interested in the format because it's essentially Battle Spot Singles, which we play the most on stream. Battle Spot Singles, it's kind of like if that got mixed with Smogon UnderUsed. Not really. It's kind of like Nintendo or Pokemon, they just banned all the most used Pokemon from Battle Spot Singles. So we've been calling it Battle Spot Singles UnderUsed. So it's really interesting because a lot of the things that are really popular in Battle Spot Singles are obviously banned, and a lot of those things are really annoying to deal with. When people think of Battle Spot Singles, they think of Mimikyu, they think of Mega Salamence, they think of Greninja, Landorus, Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Mega Blaziken, all these scary things that Nintendo just lets run rampant in Battle Spot, they're all banned. So if you like playing single format on your DS and you don't like those things, I highly recommend you look into this because it's really fun. But just like any metagame, there are some things that are really popular in this, and some of the popular Pokemon in this format are also annoying. So I've had to think about, what do I want to build a team around? What could be good? What could be interesting? I sort of had to look at some of my Battle Spot Singles teams, some of like the weaker ones with more like gimmicky Pokemon that don't really work in Battle Spot Singles. And I'm like, you know what? Some of those ideas didn't work because of, Greninja existing, or Mimikyu exists. One of my favorite teams was a really silly Drifblim team that relied on terrain it was with Koko and Electric Seed. But the reason it didn't really work was because I couldn't really get the terrain setup going with like Tapu Fini and Tapu Lele and Tapu Bulu around. So I was using Tapu Koko and it kept losing to like Mega Gengar, and then my Drifblim would lose to Mega Gengar, and Mimikyu would come in and revenge kill. So I had to look at the ban list, and I'll show you guys the ban list in a sec. But the only Tapu allowed in this is Tapu Bulu, which means the only terrain is grassy terrain. There's nothing to remove that. So Unburdened Grassy Seed Drifblim looked pretty free to me. And then I figured, well, you know what? We're just gonna send that in. We're gonna click minimize a bunch of times and then pass it to something broken like Kommo-o or Clefable. So, but before we get into that, how about I introduce you guys to the format itself? So this is a thread on Smogon that Theorymon made for us. Just explaining the format. If you guys want to check it out, you can just go on Smogon and search for it. I'll link the thread in the description of this video. But basically, he just has the rules and what's banned, and he also included the viability list that I made, which I don't know how good it is, but we'll go through it in a sec. So, he just says some stuff. You just can't use these Pokemon. So this is on top of the regular bans that Nintendo enforces, which is like Mewtwo, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Zekrom, things like that. Unless we're talking about VGC Ultra, but that's a totally different story. In normal Battle Spot Singles, you can't use any of those legendaries. So on top of those, you can't use, Aegislash, Azumarill, Blaziken, Breloom, Steeler, Charizard, Cloyster, Dragonite, Excadrill, Ferrothorn, etc, etc, etc. There's a lot of names. I don't want to read all of them out, but there's a ton of Pokemon that aren't allowed. I think the ruling that they used was anything that finished in the top 30 of usage in any of the seasons this generation can't be used. And because things go up and down, there's like 45 or something that are banned. Yeah, one thing that's interesting is Slowbro is missing from this. but Slowbro is definitely banned. And I made my viability list based on Slowbro being allowed. Like, I think I put Slowbro somewhere. We'll scroll down and find it later, but Slowbro is banned in this, so I'll get Theoremon to edit this thread, and I'll edit my viability thing. But yeah, so I put Como in S tier, just because, like, what the hell checks Como in this? Pretty much nothing. There's no Mimikyu. There's no Mega Salamence. I know Mega Salamence dies to Clangorous Scales, but, you know, it depends on who gets set up first. There's no, you know, Scarf Greninja or Sash Greninja. There's just, yeah, Como is just missing all of its popular checks. So it's S tier. It's S tier. If it gets set up, well then GG, really. Mega Gardevoir is really good as a result because of Hyper Voice, and because of that, a lot of the Como are running Soundproof. Pinsir is really good because it stops Como setting up because it's a fast flying type and just kills it with Aerolate Return. If Como does set up, I think Quick Attack against boosted Como does like half. I think it does like half. I haven't got calcs in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it does over half. So if you get some chip on Como as it boosts, and then let something die, you can just send in your Pinsir and Quick Attack it to death. So that's a big threat. Plus Pinsir's just good in its own right. Porygon Z, similar to Como in that it can click Z Conversion that does the same exact thing as Z Clanging Scales. Except Clanging Scales does damage, well, it's a massive Z move, plus the boost. So, thing about Porygon Z though is that you can use Z Conversion to turn into like Electric type with Thunderbolt. Therefore, you're not getting quick attacked by Pinsir. Or your Z move, like because Como Z move is a Dragon type move, you just send in a Fairy like Gardevoir, and the Z move just doesn't work. You don't get the boosts. Whereas Porygon Z can get the boost no matter what. So Porygon Z, very good. A+, not quite S, but it's very good and very scary. Pheromosa, just a broken Pokemon. Tapu Bulu as the only Tapu, grassy terrain, really nice. It's also a Fairy, so it stops Como. There's also a ton of water types that are viable in this format, so just having a good grass type to be able to check those over and over is really nice. So yeah, that's that. Going down to A tier, we got Vivillon, just because there's nothing that really checks Sleep Powder spam. And then once it gets a Quiver Dance in, it just sweeps. Also, there's no Sleep Clause in Nintendo or official Pokemon formats, so you can put everything to sleep and just boost forever with Substitute and Sleep Powder. And you only need Hurricane, you don't need coverage moves once you get to +4. Mega Lopunny, really nice. Krez, Premier Trick Room Setter. Amoonguss, a nice grass type that isn't Bulu. Suicune, just a bulky water. Xurkitree. Xurkitree's actually really nice. It's really flexible. You can use like lame stuff like Z Hypnosis, or you can just go bulky Tail Glow, Electrium Z sort of thing. Yeah, I really like Xurkitree in this format. Muckalola, just a cheesy minimized spammer with not a lot that actually checks it. There aren't many ground types viable in this format, so it just sort of sets up for free. Araquanid, just a good water type. Plus, Sticky Web support in this format is really nice, especially for things like Mega Pinsir, Mega Gardevoir, Porygon Z. I mean, there aren't that many fast things in this format, and that just ensures that, you know, you definitely outspeed if you get those webs up in this. Primarina, really nice because, what's it called? Sparkling Aria goes through substitutes. And because a lot of these things in the format want to set up subs, it just ignores them, does damage, hooray. So you can send in like a Specs Primarina against a Vivillon. I've seen like some Choice Specs Sleep Talk sets. So the Vivillon puts them to sleep, and you just get your, what is it, Sparkling Aria off. You could run like Lumberry, you could be an absolutely crazy person and run Safety Goggles. Yeah, Primarina, really nice. Plus the Z move is like, what is it, like, it's not 200, is it 190 base power? It's a crazy strong Z move. Rain again, it's strong in every format, but in this format where a lot of the strong mons are banned, Swampert just destroys. You can also use Kingdra, I think, so I should have probably grouped it in there. I've also seen a lot of Seismitoad, because Seismitoad gets Sludge Wave. So it's a really nice, because like everyone uses Blue to check rain. So if you just send in your Swampert and click Sludge Wave, then whoop, GG. Glalie, really good in this. Nintendo doesn't ban the ability Moody like Smogon does. So if you send out Glalie after sending out like, man, I don't even know what supports Glalie. Freaking everything does. Like Cresselia, just send out a Cresselia, click Thunder Wave on something, and then Luna Dance out. You get Glalie in and just click Sub Protect until you've got +6 everything, and then you Sheer Cold everything to death. It's just such a dumb Pokemon. Thankfully, I've put in A-, which is pretty high, but I actually haven't seen any yet in my battling. I just know that it's a massive threat in Battle Spot singles in general. But I've actually seen more Smeargle, Moody Smeargle, because they can use Sub, Spore, Shell Smash, Power Trip. I mean, you can use Smeargle over Glalie in Battle Spot singles, but people don't. So I'm wondering why people have gravitated towards Smeargle over Glalie in this format. I don't know. I don't know why they have. Something to think about. I don't know. I'm thankful. I don't want to fight Glalie because Glalie's just stupid. Chansey, just broken. You know what Chansey does. Ninetales, Aurora Veil's pretty nice. Incineroar, I know this is kind of weird, but there aren't any really good fire types in this format because all the good fire types just got banned. Like Blaziken, Charizard, Heatran especially. Okay, there aren't really that many fire types banned. Where are all the good fire types? There really aren't any. The reason that Incineroar is really good is that Darkest Lariat ignores stat boosts, I think, like defensive and evasion ones. Which isn't that relevant, but it's just a really nice move. Plus, it's a stall killer. It's an absolute stall killer. With like SD, Darkest Lariat, Flame Charge, and U-turn for momentum, maybe? I'm pretty sure they just spam SD, Darkest Lariat. Magnezone, just a good... There's no steel types in this either. You know, Aegislash, Ferrothorn, Metagross, all those good steel types got banned, so... Is that the first steel type on the list? Yeah, so essentially I'm saying Magnezone is the best steel type in the format. Entei, really nice. So in normal Battle Spot on the 3DS, you could only use Pokemon that were caught, bred, or obtained in an event from Gen 6 or Gen 7. Right? So Pokemon that you went and caught in your Black and White are banned. They don't allow that. And same with Gen 4, Gen 3, etc. Whereas the special formats, I don't know why, but they do. They allow Pokemon from any games. You transfer them up through Pokebank, and you can use them on the special ladder. So Entei is specifically the event Entei from Gen 4 that has Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed Entei, it's really good. It's really good. I've been using it myself, as I'll get to when I get to the team. Togekiss, Togekiss is just broken. Choice Scarf Air Slash, there's not much that really stops that from just happening. Heracross, really good, but it needs speed control, desperately. You just pair it with a Cresselia. Where's Krez? Krez is up here, just pair it with that. Pair it with a Trick Room Reuniclus, you know, and you're laughing. Or you can just use Thunder Wave things. But yeah, once you get that Trick Room up, nothing's really stopping Heracross. That's just the challenge. So I think Heracross is probably better. Well, once it gets Trick Room up, it's pretty much S. But getting that Trick Room up is a bit tricky sometimes. Plus, some teams are able to play around it. Reuniclus is really nice. Not because of Magic Guard. It's actually really good because of Overcoat. So you don't get put to sleep by those stupid Vivillon. And yeah, you just set up Trick Room in their face and counter sweep. Manectric Mega, just a nice electric type. Alakazam Mega, great speed, great ability. It's a really nice check to Rain when you trace the Swift Swim. You can trace Soundproof on Kommo so that they can't Z-move, because the Z-move is also a sound move. What else? It's just good. Fast, powerful. It's a good. Nihilego, I put it in B+, but it's probably one of the best anti-meta teams. But it struggles because you kind of need a choice scarf, or I don't think the focus sash set is that good. But it has a really nice typing and good offense for this sort of format. Slowbro, either mega or non-mega. Oh no, that's banned. All right, ignore that. I put Slowbro in B+ because it looked really good as a Trick Room setter and just a bulky water, but that's banned, so ignore Slowbro, that's an error. Diggersby, just strong. Ground type, really good. Empoleon, bulky water with Stealth Rock, Yawn, Roar, Scald. Or Torrent, Z-move. Those are bloody annoying too. Oh, here's a good fire type, Darmanitan. Maybe I should put that higher. Darmanitan looks pretty good. Flare, what is it? Sheer Force, Flare Blitz. Put a choice ban on that. I don't think anything can stomach that move. I mean, there's some water types that will, but that's some damage. I put Taunty in the B tier. That's probably better Pokemon. I don't like the laddies that much. Are they really legal? Is that another error? They're not in this list, so... But I haven't seen any, so they're probably banned. They must be top 30 in Battle Spot singles. Aggron Mega, I think is super underrated. I put it B tier because I was trying to be conservative, but I've been using it myself. I've been using a Spadef one, which I'll show you when we get to the team. But I think Aggron Mega is low-key one of the absolute best picks. Just because steel types are so slim, this thing has so much bulk and uninvested Heavy Slam till it still just destroys things. So I really like that. I've got Nidoking in B tier. I think Nidoking and Nidoqueen are both really good picks for like... They're kind of like Nihilego, but slower. But their coverage is tons better. I think they actually just destroy my team. Piloswine is an alternative to Mamoswine. There's nothing that really wants to use an Eviolite in this format, like, because Porygon 2 is banned. You got Chansey, but like, I don't know if Chansey's that great, in all honesty, especially with Kommo-o being everywhere. You're just gonna get dunked by close combat or even just Drain Punch. You know, Kommo-o on a nice 2% health, but it's at +1 attack. Oh, it Drain Punches you to death, and it's on full now. I don't know if Chansey's that good. Piloswine though, I mean, Mamoswine is so good in Battle Spot singles. People actually use Eviolite Piloswine in regular singles. Its bulk is absolutely crazy. I'm pretty sure it can live a +1 close combat from Kommo-o. I know it can live a close combat from Mega Lucario. Oh, right? I remember Piloswine having some sort of niche like that in Gen 6 Battle Spot. But I might be wrong. Anyway, that's a C tier, which is all the rest of the Pokemon. I just sort of threw them there. I ran into some soundproof Abomasnow, which are really annoying. Oh, Clefable, I've gotten C tier, but I'm using Clefable myself, and man, Clef needs to move up now that I'm reading this list. Clef's been one of my absolute best picks because it checks Vivillon to hell and back. With Unaware, even if it just keeps putting you to sleep, all you gotta do is alternate between Calm Mind and Moonlight, and then it gets to a point, like if you get 2 Calm Minds in with Unaware, even if they're at +6, they do like 15% to you, so they just can't fight through Clefable. I've been thinking about putting Sleep Talk on Clefable, but anyway, I'll show you the team. I'm going into this too much. I'll show you these Pokemon first. Nothing here's really that noteworthy. I mean, Eevee's allowed. You can use Extreme Evo Boost if you want, but I don't think it's that good, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's look at the team I built. So let's go to my team builder. Here's the team. So yeah, I started with Bulu. I've just gone for max HP, max attack, get that Horn Leech doing some damage. Disappointingly, this does not live an Oceanic Operator plus Moonblast from Primarina, as I found out the hard way on my 3DS. So I should probably re-EV this just to live that, because like if I lead anything else against Primarina, it's like, well, fuck, I don't want to lose a Pokemon to a Z move, so let's switch in Bulu. But then if Bulu just dies to Moonblast, then yeah, it's really bad. I should re-EV that. I might do it, I might not. We'll see. But yeah, it's a dual screens for the Drifblim with Leech Seed, just because Leech Seed is a good move. Horn Leech. I've been thinking of using a really memey spread like max special attack with Dazzling Gleam, because if they manage to get their Kommo boosted, you can still live a +1 poison jab with Kibia Berry and max HP. And modest Dazzling Gleam knocks out +1 SpDef Kommo. So that's a meme option. I might do that on stream just because that'd be pretty hype if I pulled it off, which I would. There's plenty of times where I've got a Bulu in versus Kommo. But for now we're using Horn Leech. I've seen some use Zen Headbutt, which is probably smarter than Dazzling Gleam, but I might swap Leech Seed for one of those too. We'll see. But yeah, we're using the shiny Bulu from the event that was recently out, so that's pretty cool. We got Drift Blim. Just minimize, substitute, acrobatics, baton pass. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory, I think. They don't ban minimize or evasion strats in Nintendo formats, so you just spam that shit. I've only EV'd to outspeed Pheromosa, which is 223 speed when it's max, so they can't revenge kill you. Like if you're forced to kill something with acrobatics because you're about to die to a Z move, and you don't have enough health for a sub, you don't want Pheromosa coming out and just ice beaming you to death. So I've just run enough speed for that. So that's 224 after the Unburden boost. Then it's just max HP, and then balanced out bulk with 84, 85. I've got one less in defense for download Pokemon, which is pretty much just Porygon Z, but if it means Porygon Z's at +1 instead of +2, I'm a lot happier with that. This EV spread could probably be optimized. It's pretty. It was a lazy EV spread by me, honestly, but that's what I've gone with. If you guys have got suggestions for a better spread, I'm all ears. I think I need. What have I not EV'd for? I probably need an EV for some like faster choice scarfers, like I don't know if we can even outspeed Choice Scarf Staraptor. I know Scarf Staraptor's an absolute threat, so I'll look at some speed tiers and come up with a better spread, but that's what I'm using for now. We got Kommo, the broken Pokemon, with Z Clanging Scales just to get the boost off. It also does some really nice damage and provides that mixed attacking option. We got Drain Punch so we can get some health back after we Z move. We got Poison Jab for those fairies, and we got Dragon Dance because everyone switches in their fairy on the predicted Z move, right? So you don't get the boosts. So if they've got a fairy in the back, or they haven't revealed it yet, but you just know they've brought it, you Dragon Dance on that switch and then just kill them with +1 Poison Jab, which is really clean. I think I just EV'd for base 130s, which aren't really that relevant in this. But yeah, just that, bit of special attack. It's all good. Here's the big boy, Aggron. Just max SpDef, max HP, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave. I've got Thunder Wave because it's a form of speed control, because like sometimes we just want to lead Aggron, let it die, and then bring in Kommo against a paralyzed target. Because they're slower, you get the Z move off, so you've got your bulk, so you don't just die. And rocks are rocks, you know what they do. What do we got now? Clefable. So just standard, you just need the 3 moves: Moonblast, Boosting, Healing. With a flex move in the 4th slot. Like I said earlier, I've been thinking about running Sleep Talk, but I don't know. I don't want to get unlucky where it's like you click Sleep Talk on the 2nd sleep turn and you wake up, and then, especially against Vivillon, where as soon as you wake up, it just puts you back to sleep. So if you wake up and Sleep Talk fails, that's a turn you've missed out on to Moonlight. So I think I'm going to keep Reflect for the time being, but Sleep Talk would have been so much better against a Smeagol that I fought the other day. Especially because Moonlight only has 8 PP. When you use Sleep Talk Moonlight, it takes away the PP from Sleep Talk, not Moonlight. So it essentially gives you more Moonlight PP. But you gotta get lucky. It's a 1 in 3 chance to get Moonlight anyway. Anyway, so I'll get to Entei, but that's where I sort of was like, alright, I've got my Bulu Driftblim core, I've got my Dragon Steel Fairy core, so let's just, what do I want? Okay, let's go Entei. So I'm using my favorite Entei set, which is the Assault Vest set. You just spam Sacred Fire, get something burned. Extreme Speed picks things off. Bulldoze is a form of speed control for Kommo to come in and boost. And Stomp I didn't really know what to use in the 4th slot, honestly. Stone Edge could be good, but I've gone with Stomp because, like, you know, I'm cheesy enough to run Minimize. You just know we're going to run into, like, a Minimize Clefable or a Minimize Muck, and I haven't brought my own, like, Clefable or whatever to beat them. So you just send an Entei, and Entei stomps them to death. Because it becomes, 130 base power against minimized targets and never misses, and it can flinch. Oof, that's crisp. I like that. So that's the team, and that's what I'm running in the 3DS. You can hear the 3DS music going right now, I think. So I'm about to record some battles of this, but that'll be in the next episode. This is just the introduction to the format and the team building episode. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully you guys come and watch me actually play some of these battles. Because I'm recording it, not streaming it, I'm gonna try and just snipe the Japanese players at the perfect time. I'm lucky enough that in Australia, my evening is their evening, and that's when they're all playing, but I normally stream during the day, so I always miss the best Japanese players when I stream. So now that I'm recording, hopefully we run into some, like, really good trainers. Yeah, anyway, I'll probably upload this the same day as episode 1 of Battling, so if that's uploaded right now, go watch it. If it's not, it'll be up the next day. Yeah, sweet. And I'll be back. What date am I back streaming? Let me just check my calendar. I should be back on the 14th. So my first stream back will be on the 15th of July. So look out for that. All right, go follow my Twitch. Get the notification when I go live. Join the Discord. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. But that's going to be it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.